Hello there ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another of my live videos. And today I'm going to be updating you on some more latest news. I've just been researching, I've been looking at some media outlets. Apparently now that Liverpool and Barcelona are now in more advanced talks of Barcelona currently getting the pursuit of Philippe Coutinho from Liverpool. We know before that Coutinho's and his agent had been discussions with the officials to try and get a deal finalised, and it was a reported bid of £72 million. And now again, there's still more discussions going on. Now apparently an £89 million bid has been rejected by Liverpool, so I think two bids have been rejected. Now Barcelona are looking to up their bid for the current player, and before they've offered 3 of their players in exchange for Coutinho as well, and that's basically their number one priority target now, with Hazard as well. And these discussions going on between the two clubs and Coutinho, Liverpool are still standing firm. They are being ruthlessly saying they are basically not sanctioning the player off. I think Coutinho may have been in discussions with Jurgen Klopp about what he's going to be doing, but I think Coutinho is adamant that he does want to leave Liverpool. Liverpool have looked into a catalogue of midfielders though, but that's one of their key players. He's a player that's been into Milan. He's a player that bagged 14 goals last season, got some assists in there, and they know how much of an important and iconic figure that the player is, and how much he dramatically leads their midfield fantastically well. You know, creates leadership, good at going forward, good in the air. But it's going to be hard. It's going to be interesting to see how the Premier League react to these situations now that Barcelona have got that staggering amounts of money for the Neymar deal. They're looking now for alternative replacements. They've eyed numerous players. They've eyed Ousmane Dembele, they've eyed Griezmann, they've eyed Coutinho, they've eyed Hazard, and so many players as a replacement for Neymar, but they've got the money to do it. So now Barcelona are going to be prepared to offer a fresh bid, probably maybe now over £100 million, and then it'll get harder and harder basically for Klopp to reject that kind of money, because you could get another couple of players for that. He could get another couple of midfielders for that kind of money. So but Barcelona have made it clear they are not gonna back off. They are gonna not give up on signing Philippe Coutinho, and also Eden Hazard, the Don Spanish publication, I've just reported that he has more intentions of joining Barcelona than joining Real Madrid, because for the entirety of the transfer window, Real Madrid have wanted the player on the board. A player that's done fabulous for Chelsea in his 4 or 5 years he's been there. He's been Lily in the past. The way he leads that midfield, the way he creates a hole in Chelsea's midfield is absolutely fantastic. Good at scoring goals as well. But apparently he wants to go to Barcelona. I don't know if there's any bid being put in. I think he's handing in the chance. I think he's actually offering himself to Barcelona. So he's handing the transfer request to go to Barcelona. I think there were talks of maybe Barcelona preparing a £100 million deal to secure Eden Hazard. I do not really know if there's a bid being announced. But it'd be two world-class players are Eden Hazard and Coutinho. You know, they're both Premier League proven well. We know Coutinho's been into Milan, but the several years he's been at Liverpool now, the years that Eden Hazard has been at Chelsea, they have become Premier League proven, and look how they have dramatically performed in the Premier League. They've been absolutely fantastic. So for a player of their calibre and quality, it'll be interesting to see how they do participate in Spain if the deals go through. You know, because you've got, like in the Premier League, you've got mediocre teams, but in Spain you've got mediocre teams as well. You've got your two heavyweights, Barcelona, Real Madrid. You've got Atletico Madrid down the race, who are not as good, but still a decent opposition with good players. But, you know, Coutinho, Barcelona, I am as a long-term replacement for Iniesta and currently Neymar. And I think he'll look fantastic in the mix, you know, with class players around him, such as Messi, such as Suarez. And same goes for Eden Hazard. So I think they would elevate themselves to that higher level if that was to happen. Also, Barcelona as a backup option have also eyed Ousmane Dembele. You know, probably one of the highest prospects in world football. Probably in the same calibre as Kylian Mbappe. Ousmane Dembele is a player I like. He's going to be in the top 2 or top 3 when Messi and Ronaldo retire. But Barcelona have made inquiries of maybe getting him on the board as well. I think he snubbed Barcelona before off, has he? But now apparently $100 million price tag has been put out for the one of the world's youngest superstars, Ousmane Dembele. And that Barcelona are going to be prepared to make the move for the player. But he's a world-class player. Let's take that into consideration. And he's also just rejected a bid from Arsenal as Ousmane Dembele. He'll be going around for a staggering amount of money. You probably maybe landing for maybe 90, 100 million pound. You're probably getting for that price. Kylian Mbappe is going for around about 150, 160. So Ousmane Dembele is possibly in the same calibre with his performances for France. You know, the way he performs like Mbappe. You know, Mbappe scored loads of goals last season. But, yeah, Ousmane Dembele will be going for at least £100 million, as they've set that price tag out of Borussia Dortmund. I think Arsenal had put a 15 million bid in. It had been rejected by Borussia Dortmund. They've got some positive feedback on Lemar. As the vice president quoted out a week ago that they were reluctant to sell and resisted to selling Fabinho. And then they put Kylian Mbappe in the favourite and Thomas Lemar. But now the boss has come out of the Monaco and basically said he's likely to be sanctioned off and that he will be joining Arsenal. I still think negotiations are going on between the two clubs. The journalist, who's not the most reliable journalist, also said he tweeted to the Arsenal fans he will depart Monaco and that he will join Arsenal. So we know Arsenal have had 3 bids rejected for the player. We know Liverpool have been coming in the equation as well. So see if this sig works. Liverpool have come into the equation as well to try and get him on the board. So more negotiations are going on about that. As I said earlier on with the Bale situation, could be fantastic news to Manchester United if Real Madrid do get the pursuit of Mbappe. I think Real Madrid and Monaco have been in negotiations. This could now get finalised, and now Dan Ball on the Spanish publication reported Mourinho is willing to pay 90 million, or even he's determined he thinks he can get him for less than 90 million. If we get him for 90 million, that's just a touch more than we got him for. Then we got Pogba for 89 million last summer. That's just a touch more. Just a little touch more. And Real Madrid had paid 90, 100 million pounds for him from Tottenham. So Manchester United have really been interested in the player since his Tottenham days. He's Premier League proven his performances for Tottenham. He's been at Southampton also, and his performances for Real Madrid have been fantastic. You know, he's won Champions League, La Ligas. Fantastic player. He's won Champions Leagues, La Ligas. You know, he's obviously, we know he's been injury prone because he hasn't had them starts and he's had fitness problems. It's the only reason he didn't get the starts and he wasn't really in the mix. But to be quite honest now, it could happen if Real Madrid do get the pursuit of Mbappe. Zidane and Florentino Perez have come to an agreement over this. Basically, he said he's keen. Zidane is keen that he wants Kylian Mbappe, and he's insisted basically that he does not want a 4-man attack. So basically, that means Bale is the favoured player to get sacrificed from the club. And anywhere, Bale may not want to leave himself. Mourinho disregarded it before. He did disregard it because he thought it was really maybe impossible to get Gareth Bale on the board. But now more things. But even Bale, anyways, he's lost his place anywhere because Isco's took that place. Plus Benzema has just signed a new contract, I think, with Madrid. And Ronaldo, I think they're convinced Ronaldo will stay. But a couple of weeks ago, there was rumours that he wanted to leave, but that never turned out. So for Kylian Mbappe to leave for all that staggering amounts of money, he'd want to get first team football, so they do basically have to sanction Gareth Bale off. But we know numerous teams have been in for the player. You could say that's a staggering amounts of money. Not a lot of young players would be going for that kind of money, guys, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. I think they've judged a player after one outstanding season with Monaco. He's played with alongside good players at Monaco. There were a lot of young, talented, experienced players at Monaco who performed well last season. But we know with Monaco they have lost a lot of their big players, and also Manchester City have done fantastic business also with them. We know Barcelona have also made inquiries about a potential replacement for Neymar, Kylian Mbappe. But Kylian Mbappe, out of all the teams that have been interested in your entirety this summer, I think he prefers to go to Real Madrid. He's a Real Madrid fan and he's going to be going to a much bigger club, so be interested. He'd elevate himself to that higher level. Even though he's only young, he's still only young. He's got good experience. He still needs to gain a bit more experience though by going. He's going to be going to a much bigger team. Monaco are not such a big club because they only performed well last season. Mbappe did well hitting the Champions League last season. He was fantastic, and the players are judged him by his outstanding campaign that year. He's probably one of the highest prospects in the world. But Kylian Mbappe just wants to join Neymar on the radar, probably becoming the second most expensive player, and plus the first youngest most expensive player. This is what Mbappe wants to do, and I think he does want to leave. He's told Monaco that he does want to leave. Obviously, Monaco will be raising more funds for it, but it's not just about raising the funds. It's about trying to keep your players. And the processes were apparently they were supposed to securing Mbappe a new deal, but Mbappe wants the move to Real Madrid, and it'd be interesting to see how he does perform. Mbappe, it'd be interesting to see how he performs. But with the Bale situation, his comparison to Perisic, now it's looking like we're not going to get Perisic because now they are in talks of Inter Milan of signing even Perisic a new contract. We know Di Marzio had announced this yesterday that the deal's off, so now it's all about Gareth Bale for us, and it's all about Real Madrid getting Mbappe on the current board. So Bale is a player that is tremendous speed. You know, he's got absolutely fantastic crossing ability. Something that we're lacking is a player that can put balls into the box also, and a very, very good player. But we've been interested in him since 2013. He's been at Real Madrid 4 years. We've been interested in the player since 2013. But yes, I think this fee is £90 million, and he is on negotiations going on now, and he is being banned up to the Premier League clubs as Gareth Bale. So we've heard this since the Champions League final. Then the rumours stemmed down, and all of a sudden Kylian Mbappe has come into the equation. The rumours have started fluttering around reports, the media. But I just don't know. He told Alan Bollum, Spanish publication, before he had no desire, he had no intentions of leaving. That basically he was happy at Real Madrid. And when they met in the tunnel, Mourinho, nothing had been spoken out. Florentino Perez, Zidane has changed the theory because he wasn't willing to sanction the current player off. He didn't want Florentino Perez to sanction him off if they did get Mbappe, but now it's been a change of scenery. It's been there's evidence behind this that he said he does not want a four-man attack, Zidane, and that he does want to get the pursuit of Mbappe on the board. So they do need to raise these funds so they can pay that 160 or 180 million pound, whatever it is, for Mbappe. So we'll see. We'll see. And also, I'm going to update you, as I updated you yesterday on one of my videos. Chelsea are still looking to put reinforcements into their squad. They've spent over £100 million. They're looking to get a right back in, looking to get another midfielder or two in. And Diego Costa looks like he's going, so Chelsea are looking to get at least another 2 players in at least. I think they've matched the same offer of us. If I'm right, I think they're put a £27 million in for Herrera. They're looking to hijack the player after apparently we'd lost our interest because Jose Mourinho wasn't keen on the player for his bad reputation that the player's got. But he did say that personal terms had been agreed with the current player. This was on £4 million per year. This was a 5-year deal with the player. This was a 5-year deal, and this was basically a £27 million valuation fee that we was willing to pay. But now it's going to be either decided on Monday when he has this when he goes to court for what he's done, because he is banned from the UK. He's been convicted of assaulting a police officer. He's done another assault as well. Couldn't make it to the Arsenal PSG game back in November. He's done a slit throat suggestion before, so the player is a pothead. He has got a bit of a bad. He's got a bad reputation. But we know Chelsea are now coming in there for the player as well, according to the reports. Now they've currently missed out on Alexandro. They've missed out on probably Renato Sanchez. They've basically now possibly targeted Herrera for their right back position, because they've got Alonso at that right back position, and if another right back came in, he may not get as much first team football at Chelsea, so he probably would put a complaint in there, would this Alonso. But yeah, he won't. And then with same with Herrera, he'll have to leave PSG anyway, because I just doubt he's going to get he's not going to get the first team football for a 24-year-old. You know, if you've got Dani Alves there, who's generated as one of the best fullbacks in world football, then it's going to be hard for you to fill that right back position ahead of Dani Alves, which will not happen. So I presume he will leave PSG, but he'll decide on Monday what will be happening with him with his visa. Depends what will happen with his visa. So his visa issues. So and he's got that. It depends what happens with his visa issues, and we know with his disciplinary issues as well. It could go against us. So we'll see. We'll see. So now the Perisic deal's off. We've got Matic. We've got Lukaku. We've got Lindelof. And we are performing well in these pre-season games. We are actually performing quite well. I think some we haven't looked really good, but I think we're performing right well. I think Mkhitaryan's doing fantastically well. I think on the right he looks good, but I think he's doing better in that number 10. And if you notice with the strikers that we've got Martial, Lukaku, Rashford, you know, when all them are playing, you know, we haven't got a substitute striker. You know, have you noticed that as well? So you could take that into the equation as well. We haven't got a substitute striker. I also think Lingard's played well in these pre-season games. He's looked fantastically well on the attacking third of the pitch. And I think the midfield would be ideal for me now. If you had a midfield of Pogba, Herrera and Matic would be good. I think Matic looks comfortable sitting in front of the back three against who is it now? Sam Pandora. Matic did well on his debut, so I think Matic is going to do well for us, even though he wasn't my main priority, but I think he's still going to do well for us with good players playing around him. I think Lukaku's going to score about at least 25-30 goals this season. We know where he's been hitting goals in these pre-season games. So, and I think Rashford's going to develop into his game as well, so I think he's going to do fantastic as well. So all we need is now, I think the midfield may be over, because Jose Mina's got that midfielder. The main priority now is that we do need that creative winner on the left-hand side. And now, depending on the pursuit of Mbappe, if Real Madrid get him, looks likely we could sign Gareth Bale. Perisic is now over for the entirety of the months that we've been after him. It looks like it's now over. So yeah, guys, we'll see what happens anyway. Guys, that's everything to update today. Drop your comments and likes below on the video. Subscribe to Chazzaboy Davenport, and I'll take it easy, and I will see you later. Bye.